Hi viewers, I welcome you to this Programming World channel. So in this channel, we posting videos for making you people to learn C programming effectively in a very simple and best manner. So in this way, I would like to post one more video that's about what are the loop programming element in the C programming. And I request you please subscribe in this channel and also please share the videos, share the links and videos to your friends also, whoever want to learn and also improve their programming skills. Okay, so I go to this video session, uh, video tutorial. So as I mentioned that I will discuss about the loop programming element in our C programming. So the loops, which is a very most important one in implementing good applications, high-level applications, where we want to repeat a task or group of tasks until a specific condition is true. Okay. So when the condition gets failed, what happens? The sense automatically the collection of tasks that will be stopped and the control that will be coming out of your loop. Okay. So where you can use the while loop. Actually, the loop wise in C programming, we have two kinds of loops. One is what while loops and another one is for loop. Okay. But the while loop, there is a scenario we have. I mean, the while loop where you can use the sense when we don't know the number of iterations to be required. Okay. So we don't know the number of repetitions to be done. In such cases, we can use while loop. Okay. And and what happened in the sense you can find the two types of while loops in our C programming. One is what entry condition based while loop. That is what first the while keyword used. Afterwards, within parentheses, the condition that would be verified. And if the condition is true, what happened in the sense the task what is give in this block statement in the loop block that will be executed. And again, what happens is the condition variable will be verified. If the condition variable fails, in the sense what happens since the loop blocks may not be executed, that will be stopped. Okay, so first in the sense what here the condition which is satisfied, then only we can execute the block of statements. For an example, you see for entering into a theater, okay, to watch a cinema, the ticket, it is what required one, it is a condition. So you can see that whenever you entering into any screen, there is a person will be in the theater to check whether you have the ticket. Okay, once you have the ticket, then only, I mean, he verifies the ticket. If the ticket is what the for the corresponding theater, what happens is you may be allowed to get inside. Okay, that is what getting inside, that is what your next task. And also watching movie, that is what the another task which may be given in the condition. So you can see that. So first you have to satisfy the condition, the sense what having a ticket. Later on only you can do the what the rest of the task, like getting into the theater and also watching the cinema. Okay, so this is what a simple example to understand about the entry level of what condition verification in the while loop structure. And another one is what actually exit condition based while loop. That is what actually do while loop condition. Okay, in the sense very first, okay, you may be allowed to do a task. Afterwards, what happens is the condition will be verified. For an example, you see, if you take a chessboard, okay, you know that in our computer also we have what a chessboard. Okay, chessboard application is present, so you can play the chess with the computer, or you can play two players also. Like that, we have options in our chess application. Okay, that you can see that. So first, I mean, first player may be allowed to move the coin. Am I right? So what happened in the sense the computer that will verify that when you move, you are allowed to move the first coin, and that will verify the condition that whether in the very first move itself the check is made. Okay, the checkmate is happen. If the checkmate is not happen, the sense what happens since you may be allowed to do the next what movement. Okay, you are allowed to do the next move. Okay, in the chessboard game. Okay, so very first you can do a task, that is what moving a coin. Afterwards it is verifying the condition that whether checkmate is happen. If checkmate is not happen, the sense you may be allowed to do the next move in your chessboard. Like that it is happening. Okay, so here you can see that. So it is allow the user to do a task. After that, it is verify the condition. If the condition is true, then what happens is the movement, I mean, the next task may be allowed to execute. Else, suppose the condition is false, in sense, the loop will be what? Stop to execute. Okay. Here I have added two more points in this. One is what actually the condition, the role of condition variable in your loops, as we discussed in our if control structure. Okay, in if control structure, the condition variable which is playing a vital role to take the decision. The same thing happening in your loops also. Okay, because as I told you in the chess game, okay, what happened is you should have, I mean, it is what verifying the move what you have done. It is what checkmate happen or not. Okay, as like that the previous case, that is what whether the person is having the right ticket to enter into the screen, or to enter is you can what the bus what book bus ticket booking or railway reservation, all those things are coming under what this condition, I mean the first level. And the second one is what very important one in very good applications like machine learning applications, where uh, the reinforcement learning, like that we have a what we have a algorithm design. So I mean a machine learning algorithm or a class of machine learning model. So what happens, since it is what actually based on the movement, the rewards will be given. Okay, so you are allowed to do a movement, okay, or you are allowed to do a action, and the action is what perfect. What happens is the reward will be given. So to implement such kind of model, we can go with what do while loop. Okay, and you can see that the condition variable which plays a vital role in this. Okay, and one more thing you can see in the next note what I given. Suppose you given positive value in the loop. Okay, so condition variable, whenever it is happening, what happen is it returns the positive value like 1 if the condition is true. Okay, if the condition is false, what happen is it returns 0. Okay, suppose in some kind of implementation, mistakenly you people may give the positive value more than 1. That means that the condition is what true, and while of true also, I mean the 1 also, what always you giving the value like 1 in the loop, what happen is infinite number of times the loop will be executed. To stop that, we should make some kind of what change in our loop structure. I mean not in the loop structure, actually we have to implement some kind of what code, application code, how we can stop our loop. Okay, even it is what in an infinite number of execution. Okay, right. So now I would like to show with an example. So here you can see that the header file is what created, and also main function is defined. So there you can see that the while keyword is used, and here I separate the value like 5. Okay, print of programming world. What happens here, you can see that if I go and execute this, infinite number of times the output will comes in your screen. You can see that still it goes, it is not stop. To stopping that, we have to do what, some kind of conditions we have to use. Okay, so the conditions we have to use, like with the help of what choice, you have to get one more input in your from your user in the while loop, and if it is occurred, you can stop your loop execution by using break statement. You can use the break statement to stop your loop. For example, you see if I use loop here, after displaying first, I mean after displaying the output what I provided, what happened is the loop could be stopped. You can see that only one time execution. But before that, when we not use the break statement, what happen is it is not it is not stopped. Okay, it is completely what executing infinite number of times. But whereas if you use the break in a particular situation, what happened, the sense automatically the loop block will be what exit. Okay, that will be stopped to execute further level. Okay, so that's the thing you have to understand in this. Okay, and if you use like while loop 0, as I told you, this is what actually first model of while loop. In the sense, the condition will be verified first, afterwards only the block statements will be executed. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, I have removed the break statement. Now you can see that whether it is executing or not. It may not be executed. Why? In the sense while of 0, in the sense what, the condition always false. Okay, 0 it means what, false. Okay, so in the condition block, if we use 0, it means that the condition always false, so automatically the loop block cannot be executed. Okay, but whereas if you go with the do while, you can see that the difference between the while loop and do while loop here. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, do and then while of 0. Okay, so you can see that, you see in the entry level condition what happened is the 0 is there, and due to that this is not executed in our previous execution. So now I have added what do while of 0. So we know that 0 it is what false, but actually we are allowed to execute only once in our do while loop. So due to that, what happened is only one time of output. You can see the programming world in the output screen. You can see that now. You see programming world. Why it comes? Because the do while loop, okay, it allows the user to take one execution. It allows the compiler to take the one execution. Afterwards, it is verifying the condition. The verifying, so just by verifying the condition, it comes to know it is what 0. So due to that, the further level of execution in your block statements will be stopped. Okay. So that's a difference you can find with while and also the do while loop statements. Okay. So now I would like to show a further. I mean, I would like to show one more what example. It's not about what differentiating the while and do while. Okay, I would like to give you a very simple one to represent the number of times the loop will be executed. Okay, for example, you see I'm giving a variable like x, and I take what output statement to give a message to the user, enter the number of times to execute. Okay, number of times to execute. Okay, then scan of percentage d, sorry, scan of percentage d comma ampersand x. Okay, then what I'm doing, I take the while loop. Okay, so I, as I told you, right, uh, how many times it has to be executed, and also I need one more variable, that is what actually I. Okay, it is what the loop variable I. So what I'm doing, I make the loop variable as what 0, then while I less than x, you can see that I less than x. Okay, that's a condition I'm using. So printf, okay, then programming world, okay, programming world, okay, that I'm providing. Afterwards, you can see that, okay, new line character is used. Then here you see this is a condition statement. Okay, this condition statement, which is what it is what depending on the value of I and also the value of x. Okay, now the value of I is what 0. So 0 less than x, suppose you're giving a positive value like 4, that is true. So that time what happen is this statement will be printed. Afterwards, what should be done? Again, it is going to verify whether I is equal to 0. Here, suppose you're not giving any extra, I mean, the statement which is what modifying your I variable, what happens since multiple times it will be executed. You can see that. Okay. If I execute this, what happen is multiple infinite number of times that will be happen. How it was happen in our water. You can see that even I giving the value 4, what happens is infinite number of times it's happening. How we found in what just putting the positive value on your while loop. The same thing only happening here because the I value is what 0. But actually we need to execute only what 4 times. How we can do that? Then you have to do like I equal to I plus 1. If you give this, what happens is the value of I variable will be incremented by 1, and in each stage the value of I will be compared with your x. Okay, suppose when I is equal to what 4 and x value also 4, what happen is the condition gets failed, automatically our loop will be what stopped. Here you can see that I add one more statement. Okay, printf loop will be stopped. Okay, it is actually output outside of the function, outside of the loop, so that may not be required, but here you can see that. Okay, yeah, four times you can see that. So very first time 0, I is 0. So I 0 less than 4, that is condition true. So programming world is done. Then I value will be incremented by 1. So 1 less than 4, condition is true. So programming world is done. Then I value will be incremented by 2. So 2 less than 4, condition is true. It is done. Then I less than 3. Okay. Then 3 less than 4. Okay. Sorry. I less than x, that is what 4. That is true. What happens is I will be incremented by 1. Then now the value of I is what 4. 4 less than 4, the condition is true. Sorry, condition is false. Why? Because I and x value are what same. So due to that, this condition gets what failed. Automatically, this block of statement will be stopped to execute in further level. Okay. So this is the way. Okay, you can repeat. You see here, I just demonstrated what displaying the output statement, but he can use this while loop in what implementing so many good what problems, implementing the solutions for the problems, and also implementing the complex operations. Okay. So in this video session tutorial, I have discussed about what about the different types of while loops we have in our C programming, and what is the difference between the do while and also while loop, and how you can use the while loop like that. I have discussed with an example, with suitable examples. So I just thank you. I thank you all for watching this video. I hope this video give you to understand about the difference between the do while and also while loop, and also where you can use it. And uh, please, if you like it, please click on the like button, and also share this share this channel to your friend circle, and click on the bell icon to get the notification for the new post of videos. Thank you.